What's up, everybody? This is Stephen A. Williams, president and founder of the creditrepairshop.com. Forgive me, we got the sun coming right in, but it feels good. It is 11 below zero here today, 11 below zero. In today's video, we're going to talk about credit card debt. Credit card debt is hitting American consumers like a sledgehammer. People have credit card debt piled up. They said that the average, on a recent survey, the average credit card debt that the American consumer is carrying is $8,000 to $30,000 worth of credit card debt. So in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you something that we do here at the Credit Repair Shop. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Pay attention to this video. Nobody talks about this stuff. The reason why they don't talk about it is because they don't even do it. There's attorneys that don't do it. There's credit repair companies that don't do it. There's debt settlement companies that don't even do this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, if you're struggling with credit card debt, I'm going to show you a way that could potentially have your credit card debt go away. I'm talking about go away. The true way to have a 1099-C cancellation of debt filed from the original creditor on your behalf to make your debt just go away. Like you don't have to pay it anymore. We've done this. I got proof of it. Several sheets showing proof. One was for $36,000 for a client. We have numerous ones, $2,000, $8,000, $2,500. There's another one on there for $12,000. It can be done, but it is a process. Pay attention to me. Pay attention, because I'm going to walk you through exactly what we do. Sometimes people don't want to do this stuff because it takes work. They don't, think about this. You have a $10,000 credit card. You have a way to get out, but you won't even listen to the way to get out. You won't even pay attention. You'll start scrolling on your phone or doing whatever. When you are under the stress, which I'm going to talk about, of having credit card debt on top of you, where you just can't do nothing. This is something that I hear a lot on YouTube, especially. I don't know why people talk this way, but maybe I do know why people talk this way, because they just think, hey, I have nothing to lose. Well, let's talk about what you have to lose and what you don't have to lose. Like some people say, I have nothing to lose. You always have something to lose. As long as you're walking on this planet, regardless of your financial situation, regardless of your health situation, you always have something to lose. So get that out of your head. So the first thing, let's talk about, I have things. People, you do have things to lose. A lot of the people that we talk to, they say that I have a house. Did you know that if you refinance your credit card debt with a debt consolidation loan, did you know that you've just collateralized your house? A lot of people don't know that. Don't take my word for it. Go look it up online. If you refinance your credit card debt in a debt consolidation loan, did you know when you own your home and you do that, you just collateralized your house with that credit card debt? You just collateralized your house with the credit card debt. That means that if you go wrong on the loan, that they would be able to put a lien on your property. A lot of people don't even know that. Your job status. Imagine this. Credit card company. You put your job on your application. You put references on your application. And they call and they say, and I've had these calls for one of my companies. I've had them where they say, we're just trying to locate such and such individual. They have you down as their employer. Imagine that call for you. They will do that. These people want their money. They will have someone call and just say, we're just trying to find them. We haven't been able to get them on the phone. Do you want that to happen to you at your employers, with your employer? So you have something to lose, your job status. What about this? Peace of mind. Peace of mind. Waking up every day, going to bed every day, with this credit card debt, how am I going to pay these bills? How am I going to feed my family? How am I going to, you and your spouse may be arguing over this stuff. Or you start to just, maybe you drink or you do things to try to escape reality. You lose your mind because of credit card debt. It is very important that you have this stuff top of mind, because when you're aware of it, you can do something about it. What about this? Your self-esteem. When you have too much credit card debt and you are like, hey, I just don't think that I can make it. I don't think that I could do it. There was a football player. Check this out. There was a football player. It was Brian Dawkins. They just did a feature on him, where when he got into the NFL, he ended up having to give, he didn't have to do it, but he was a giving person. He was giving money to family members. He just couldn't say no. And he said that if he bought insurance and maybe if he died, then his family would get the money and everybody else wouldn't be able to ask him for money. Think about that. What is your situation right now? Your self-esteem. What is your self-esteem for yourself with your financial situation? Credit card debt, being on top of people with the way that the payments are, with the way that we're able to use them and buy stuff and do all these different types of stuff, people can get into trouble. And then when they're not able to pay those payments, their self-esteem goes down, their confidence goes down, their self-value starts to go down. So pay attention, be top of mind with that. And we're going to get to the solution. But I want to make this stuff top of mind, because it seems that if we don't bring it top of mind and then I give you the solution, most people just look at it and they don't do nothing with it. I want you to understand that you have things to lose. And then people over here on this side, and there's more stuff on this side. I just to not have to have a long video, but I have people say I have nothing to lose. Well, you have your future to lose. Sit there with credit card debt, and then you have bad credit, and then you're going to pay more for the same things that other people pay less for, which is taking away your financial future. And then if you have low self-esteem and you don't think well of yourself, or you believe that other people look at your credit and they're like, who is this person? So you do have a future. There's always something to lose. And then right here, your power. When you don't do anything about what's going on in your life, you're giving away your power. When you blame it on other people, you're giving away your power. When you give other people excuses to do things to you, to turn you down for stuff, you're giving away your power. Your rights. You have a lot of rights when it comes to the way that your credit is used, the way that you use your credit, the way that people attack you for the way that you're using your credit. You have rights. But it seems that when people go down and things, this is the way I see it at the office. You have one side where people's scores, everything is down. They have this mindset of, oh, my credit is just too bad. I can't do anything about it. I'm under too much debt. I can't do anything about it. Then you have people in the middle that are trying to work their way up, and they're just like, I want to do something about it. And then you have people at the top that are like, they're full and powerful again. And they're like, I know my situation is bad, but I know that I have rights. I know that I can work my way out of it. So you always have something to lose. And then your responsibilities. You are ultimately responsible. You are ultimately responsible for your situation, not somebody else. And my company is not responsible to get you out of your situation. My company has a responsibility to do the job to get you out of your situation. But ultimately, when it all comes down to it, and that's why when I talk about it at the end of my videos, I say the way that we repair credit, because we're going to have a process and you have to follow that process. And it's your responsibility to allow us to do that process, but it's also your responsibility to start doing the things that's going to be to put you in a situation to have good credit, to put you in a situation to get out of debt. You have to become that person. You have to be that responsible person, because nothing that anyone does for you, if you don't take responsibility, it's just going to go right back to the way it was. So now let's get right to the solution. Let's get to the solution. We've done this several times. You can go to my website to see the proof. And no, we don't give anyone a letter to do it, but I'm going to tell you exactly the steps, the process that you have to go through to get this done. So first, you've heard of it before, 1099-C, cancellation of debt. This is when a creditor, debt collectors can do it too, but mainly a creditor. We don't want to get this even to a debt collector. If you go bad on your credit card, it's going to take 6 months. You have 6 months. It could be 4 to 6 months, depending on the card, but 6 months, and they're going to charge off that card. When they charge off that card, that is when everything can start working with the cancellation of debt. But you can get everything kind of a head start with the process to get them into the mindset of doing a 1099-C. And they have to do it. You can't force them to do it. And you can't send them a 1099-C like some people have in some videos, like you can send it. No, let me be clear. You cannot send a 1099-C to a creditor and say, here, take this for payment. You cannot do that. What you do is you put them into the situation to do a 1099-C. How do you put a credit card company into the mindset of doing a 1099-C? This is the way you do it. Is first, you need to contact the hardship department. Every credit card company has a hardship department, and you need to talk to them about your situation. Now, before it charges off, they're going to just mainly talk about doing some type of payment arrangement. They're going to try to work out some type of deal. Once it charges off, all bets are off on what is possible. And I want to help you get into the situation, do a 1099-C, cancellation of debt, with your credit card debt. So get with the hardship department. Every hardship department has different rules, the way that they go about taking in the hardship, the paperwork, the process, everything. Get it, study it, read it. Read it once and then put it down, drink some coffee or water or whatever, and then come back and read it again, and then put it down, and then come back and read it sentence by sentence by sentence, paragraph by paragraph, and break down what they're saying, because the secret will be inside of there on the way that they want the information given to them, and it can be given to them in a certain way that will make them want to file a 1099-C. It happens. I'm telling you, it does happen. So you get their information from the hardship department. Sometimes you may have to talk to them on the phone, but tell them you want some information sent for their process of not filing a 1099-C. That's not what you're going to say. You want for you to be able to file a hardship that you just are not able to pay that debt. That's what listen to my keywords. With the credit card company, you want to go to the hardship department, call the hardship department, ask them, do they have documents that they can send you for how you can go about taking care of this debt, what hardship opportunities they have available. And then you want to ask them, what is the process for you submitting information about your hardship? You want to get that information from them. But you are not talking about a 1099-C. You're going to see, just follow me. We're going to get them there. Next thing is I want you, not them. I want you to audit your true financial situation. The reason why you want to do that is because they could potentially make you an offer that you cannot refuse. They can potentially make you an offer that you cannot refuse. And I don't want you to say yes to that offer without knowing your true financial situation. Because if you can't afford their offer, don't take it and put yourself into a worse situation. Because then you had an agreement, you broke an agreement, you made another agreement, and you broke another agreement. Then they're not going to want to do a 1099-C. They're going to want to take you to court, or they're going to want to sell it to a debt collector so they can put pain on you from the debt collector who buys the debt. So audit your true financial situation. Write down every bill that you got. See what you can cut everything. See how much money you actually get to keep if you just don't do nothing but pay your household necessities. That's it. See what you can keep. You got your gas to get back and forth to work, or your transportation, groceries, all of that stuff, your monthly expenses like your car payment, your rent or mortgage, whatever you're paying on, write it down. Get a true financial situation, because you may get an offer that you cannot refuse, and you may say, hey, you said I owe you $10,000 and I could pay you $3,000. I think I can come up with $3,000 and just have this whole thing be done. That's a $7,000 discount, not even counting the interest that they would have been charging you. So be prepared for that. I'm telling you how to get prepared for it. Now, the next thing is the hardship letter. With the hardship department, they're going to have where you can submit the information. Sometimes they're going to also, you're getting a head start because they're going to also want to know your financial situation. So you're already getting a head start. So when you're crafting the letter to them, is they don't want a sob story. It's not about woe is me, give them a sob story. They just want to know the facts. They just want to know detailed facts about your financial situation and why you believe you're not going to be able to get out of this situation to pay them the amount of money that you owe them. Now, I know that might sound like, okay, well, isn't that going to set me up to have to do some type of a payment plan or something? No. The way that we've seen it work, if you just have the detailed facts, you show your financial situation, and it has to be done in the process. That's why I said you got to study what they give you on how they tell you to give it to them. You're going to have the facts, detailed financial situation. Then they're going to want to know the reasons why you're in that financial situation. And it ain't going to work by you saying, well, I just overdid it with all the credit cards and all that stuff. And so they're going to be like, well, why don't you want to pay ours? Or are you paying the other ones? So it's not about that. It's going to be more about your financial situation, that you can't pay the bills. Why did you get in the financial situation? You have a job loss. Was there a medical reason? What are the reasons, and can you substantiate those reasons? You can attach documents if you can substantiate them. And for one of my clients, one of the issues that he had a gambling issue. I mean, I was surprised that they accepted that, but he had a gambling issue, and they actually accepted and did the 1099-C on a client that had about $10,000 in credit card debt. I don't even know why the credit card companies let people do cash advances in the casinos, but that's for another video. So you're going to detail the facts of your financial situation and why you were in that situation. You need to detail that out, and it does not need to be a sob story. So when you write it out the first time, you write out the complete letter, you read it to yourself, and you want to craft this. In a way, it's like you're crafting a sales letter to someone for having them read it. So read it to yourself, read it out loud, read it to your spouse, read it to your friend, because this is like your shot. This is like your shot to have to have that debt go away. Like I don't know any other way to say it, but it's an important shot. So you want to make sure that you aim the best for that shot to potentially have this go away. So it's going to be detail the facts, no sob story, financial situation, which you've already done your homework here, doing your own audit so you know your financial situation. You might even see, hey, I'm really in bad financial shape. A lot of people don't really know how bad financial shape they're in because they never audit their expenses. And then why you're in that situation, was it a job loss, was it a lower of salary due to your job, whatever that is, put that information in there. Was it medical? Put all of that stuff in there, and then you're going to send that letter off to them with the hopes of them checking off, signing off, getting it up to the upper management that's going to make that decision and give you a 1099-C. And what that will do is that'll have that debt forgiven. They're going to send that off to the IRS. The IRS is going to get that document. They're going to send you a copy. And then the IRS is going to want you to have that added to your income, to your regular income taxes as additional income, but there is a waiver form that will have that taken off, so you won't have to pay any taxes on that. So I hope this video helps you out. Please post your questions and comments. I want to hear about people that utilize this, because there is a lot of people right now suffering with credit card debt. If you need help with your credit, please visit us at thecreditrepairshop.com. Watch the video, What Makes a Difference, so you can see my 8-point validation process, my 2-phase settlement process. If you need your credit reports and scores, go to the website your3scores.com to grab your TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian credit reports. If you have debt collectors coming after you, grab my 3-pack of letters, statute of limitations, to stop debt collectors coming after you for debt that you legally don't have to pay. And you can go to my website, thecreditrepairshop.com, to see what's the statute of limitations for your state. Just go to the bottom of my web page, hit blog, type in statute. You'll see the statute of limitations for all 50 states. And then you can get my debt validation letter and my cease collection activities letter to stop debt collectors early. You don't want to give them a chance to continue, because if you don't respond to them within 30 days, you are actually giving them permission to put that collection information on your credit reports. Thank you for your time. This is Stephen A. Williams, president and founder of thecreditrepairshop.com. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you